just over a month ago that Charlie Sheen went on a wild sex and drug binge at his home in Los Angeles. The scene was captured by TMZ.
I've never seen someone so self-destructive. I thought maybe it was almost like a suicide binge.
Casey Jordan, one of 2 porn stars at the party, said Sheen used a pipe and repeatedly smoked chunks of cocaine.
Like 2 to 5 minutes just hitting it. All I hear was light, light, light.
Sheen was later taken away on a stretcher. His then publicist, Stan Rosenfield, said the reason was abdominal pain.
We always get these statements from your publicist, allergic reactions, stomach pains.
Stan's great. Stan's beautiful. He's a beautiful man. And I just want to hug him and just rub his head. But he can't always get a hold of me.
Making stuff up?
No, he's not making stuff up. He's just trying to cover things. And
You're a tough client.
I'm an exciting client.
Maybe a little too exciting. Stan Rosenfield abruptly resigned yesterday.
You love to party.
I mean, what's not to love? Especially when you see how I party, man. It was epic. The run I was on made Sinatra, Flynn, Jagger, Richards, all of them just look like, droopy-eyed, armless children.
Now 45, Sheen's epic run started back in the 80s with the success of Platoon.
I don't think I can keep this up for a year, Grandma. I think I've made a big mistake coming here.
And Wall Street.
When does it all end, huh? How many yachts can you water ski behind? How much is enough?
He became a bona fide movie star at the age of 21. He was the next big thing. In this 1999 interview with 2020, a fresh-faced Charlie explained how the party first started.
Suddenly I was the toast of the town, and everything I'd always dreamt of, everything I'd always wanted or thought I needed was suddenly mine. Restaurants, bars, limos, women, drugs. It was just, bam, this whole thing. The universe just said, here, man, good luck.
Are you out of your mind? Yes! Yes, I am!
Sheen continued to hit it out of the park with movies like Major League that capitalized on his off-screen image. And Sheen says his wild ride started right from birth.
I was born dead. Get on that one for a second.
What do you mean?
Yeah, umbilical cord, was like floppy baby, the whole thing. Yeah, it was bad. My dad's like trying to bring Catholicism into the room, and the doctor's like, shut that Bible, get over here and do your job while I do mine. It was radical, and he just beat the hell out of me. And finally this voice emerged and said, I'm alive. Bring it,
And bring it he did. Charlie was a rebel from a young age, smoking pot at 11, swiping his dad's credit card to buy a hooker, and lose his virginity at age 15. He was expelled from high school, but Hollywood success was effortless, almost too easy.
Regardless of what you've acquired or what you've achieved, if you don't feel like you deserve it, there's a party that always wants to give it back. A lot of that is about being an alcoholic.
Despite multiple visits to rehab and an intervention organized by his father, Sheen says there were times he was drinking 2 quarts of vodka and smoking large quantities of cocaine every day. And there were other bad habits, a penchant for prostitutes and porn stars. In 1995, Sheen admitted spending $53,000 on hookers at the trial of former Madam Heidi Fleiss. Just 2 years later, he pled no contest to hitting his porn star girlfriend, Brittany Ashland, and was sentenced to 2 years probation.
I feel this is very fair, and I'm grateful, and I will comply with everything that I'm being asked to do.
But nothing stopped Charlie's partying. He was getting totally out of control, and at one point during a binge, stayed awake, he says, for 7 days.
Doesn't sound human, but that's what was going on. And just something felt wrong. Body felt wrong, everything felt but really wrong. I thought I was dying.
It's 1845 Drive. He said some kind of a stroke or seizure.
Charlie had consumed dangerous amounts of cocaine and alcohol and was rushed to the hospital.
This is not an easy moment in our lives, but my son was admitted here yesterday as a result of a drug overdose.
It was a wake-up call that would last more than 5 years. And during that time, Sheen joined the hit sitcom Spin City, replacing Michael J. Fox, and fell for actress Denise Richards. They married in 2002.
We're really in love with each other, and I really found the man of my dreams.
The life I have today, I couldn't have dreamed of.
This life today, at some point in my journey was unattainable. I've always been very traditional and very old-fashioned and very interested in family, in marriage, in monogamy.
Sheen sounded like a new man who was finally ready to settle down. But after the birth of the couple's second daughter, Richard's dream turned into a nightmare. She accused him of physically and verbally abusing her and filed for divorce. Oddly enough, Sheen gave marriage another try in 2008 with real estate investor Brooke Mueller. She gave birth to twin boys, and once again, Sheen looked like he had it all together until that infamous 911 call of Christmas 2009.
My husband had me with a knife, and I was scared for my life, and he threatened me.
Did you hold a knife to your ex-wife?
I did not. No, come on, that's stupid.
But Sheen did plead guilty to misdemeanor third-degree assault in exchange for prosecutors dropping more serious charges. And there was yet another incident just this past fall with porn star Capri Anderson at the Plaza Hotel in New York City. Anderson dined with Sheen and his friends, including ex-wife Denise Richards. After dinner, Sheen and Anderson went upstairs. Denise Richards and their two children, Lola and Sam, were in another room right across the hall.
He gets on top of me and he puts his hands around my neck. And at that point I got really very, very nervous, started to struggle. He then very quickly gets off of me, picks up the lamp, and he throws it across the room and he smashes it. Anything he could pick up, he was trashing the place.
Are these women making this up, or is this really happening? Tell us, what really happened in that hotel room in New York City.
I can't do that right here, because that means I have to expose people, and regardless of, what tomfoolery or skullduggery they rolled in with, I can't do that. I don't roll people.
Did you try and choke Capri Anderson?
No, no. Read the police report. Let's deal with the facts. See? That's somebody's emotional stupidity, like getting in the way of the facts and the police report. Don't you think I've been in jail if I did that? Wouldn't they have photographed her neck? I mean, come on. So stupid.
Were you violent?
Not a rat. No. No, I was not.
So why did they say you were violent?
I don't know, because it was making stuff up. Look at these sad trolls. Consider the source. And everybody takes their word over mine? Come on, it's silly. It's like silly. It's not even part of the conversation.
No charges were ever filed against Sheen in connection with the case. While he won't admit to being violent that night, he does say he wasn't himself and blames the sleeping pill Ambien.
Ambien? Hello, Ambien. The devil's aspirin. Anyone? Ambien? I think that led to that thing in New York. I don't know. I know that's the one thing in the mix that was not part of my normal blend,
So you took Ambien with all the other
I don't do pills. That's one
drugs
thing.
or alcohol.
I don't do benzos or, opiates or any of that crap. And I was so sleep challenged.
Sheen says he's always struggled with insomnia.
Sometimes sleep is for infants. I don't sleep.
You don't sleep?
I wait. Sorry.
How do you function if you don't sleep?
I sleep in cars, I sleep on couches, I sleep, when I can. But, when I can't sleep, I don't fight it. I just figure that there's a higher calling and something is keeping me on point that night. And
that higher calling, Sheen says, is hard for people to understand.
They can't process me because it doesn't make sense, because I'm not normal and they're normal.
Certainly unconventional, Sheen has his own philosophy of life.
Aren't you getting that I'm not interested in the past at all?
It's just part of who you are and, what's led to this place, so.
Yeah, kind of, but that's another paradigm I'd like to smash. Oh, I'm the sum total of all my experiences. BS, man. You're the sum total of what's going on right now.
Next, inside the mansion the public hasn't seen until now. The workouts, the children, and the goddesses who live there with them.
These are my girlfriends.
Do you want to marry Charlie?
I would love to marry Charlie.